Alrighty, it's time for part 5. Another day, another delicious meal. After a time like this. What better time is there? Now that survey is gone, we can enjoy any food we want, anytime we want. This takoyaki and rice set meal is simply delectable. I've never eaten rice this fluffy before. That's the part you're enjoying? It's even better if you put whipped cream on top. It gives the dish an extra layer of sweetness. Does takoyaki need to be sweet? Our conversation was interrupted by Hiruko clearing her throat just loud enough to demand attention. My apologies, bitches, but could you listen to me for a moment? I have an important announcement to make. What was it you wanted to tell us? It's about our future plans. I'm assuming nobody has come up with anything yet. Yeah, I didn't exactly like Saray barking orders at us, but without him we didn't really have a lot of direction. Kaito proved we can't escape on our own, so why don't we just cut loose and do whatever? Or we can keep fighting and see who gets the biggest killing streak. Loser has to slit their wrists right across their stomach. What? Never mind, I don't want to know. Why are we even talking about this? If the school falls, mankind is done for. We gotta stay and fight, commanding officer or no. We don't know for sure if that's true, or if we'll still get to go home when the time is up.
We'll be in big trouble if we have to stay here forever. Sharing a living space with a bottom-feeding parasite like me is sure to depress you.
I wonder how mankind is going to be wiped out exactly. Hard to say. It must have something to do with whatever's in the defense room, though. Saray could have had the courtesy to tell us that much before he got himself killed. I'll be taking charge of the school in his absence. Follow my orders and we'll be fine. Hiroku spoke in such a matter-of-fact way, slipping it into the conversation so casually I didn't even register what she said until a few seconds later. Wait, what? I'll be taking charge of the school. If you follow my orders, we'll be fine. Hell no, that's gotta be you. We need a leader to help organize us, give us purpose and direction. Without discipline, we'll never win the war. The war? I've told you time and again, this is war. We cannot afford to lose. For the sake of victory, you'll have to cast aside any and all unnecessary sentiments. Hope, despair, joy, fear. You don't need any of that. You don't need to know why we're here, or what we're protecting. You don't even need to think. Just do what I say. The invader attacks are only going to get worse from here on out. We need to be at our best and match them blow for blow. That means everyone must fight. If you want to make it out of this alive, you have to be willing to put your life on the line. Risk your life to save your life. Kill others so that you may survive. That is what it means to be at war. Nobody said anything. Hiroku's stance is an extreme one, there's no doubt about it, but nothing stood out as wrong either. Given the circumstances we're in, it might even be the most logical way for us to proceed. Violent, heartless, but logical nonetheless. There you have it. That's how things are going to work from now on. You may resume your meaningless prattle. Now that I'm in charge, you can rest easy. I will not allow us to lose. The cafeteria fell silent in the wake of that bombshell of an announcement. We didn't have the heart to make small talk anymore. The atmosphere was too oppressive. Eventually, our new leader said she wanted to go and think through some new battle strategies and left us there alone. Feeling deflated, we gradually dispersed and went back to our rooms. Hiruko in charge. I can't imagine anyone else keeping us all in line, but still, all that stuff about not thinking and just following orders doesn't sit right with me. I feel like surrendering all control to her would be a bad idea. I need to take something... I need to do something to take my mind off all this. I got plenty of free time. Maybe I'll just wander around and look for something to do. Free time! So let's go over here's. Every person has an exploration skill. Let's see, VP and plants and textiles, Textiles and minerals.
Move out!
I'll take this. My turn. Take this! Broken so soon.
Let's go!
Hauling ass! Let her rip!
Okay, okay!
Let's freaking go! Ah! Full throttle! Eat this! Don't screw with me!
Ready whenever. Out of my way.
This looks good.
Time to move. How's this? How unsatisfying.
It's killing game time!
Hauling ass! Let her rip!
Let's go! Hi-ya! Go die in a fire! Let's do it! This looks good.
Time for battle. Out of my way. Time to move. Take this. Broken, so all right. Let's get started. Die. Balance. Time to move. I'll chop you to pieces. Broken so soon.
Here we go! Hi-ya!
Let's do this!
Okay, okay! Unalive yourself!
My turn. Out of my way. How unsatisfying.
Here we go! Here!
This looks good.
I'll take this. Ready whenever. How's this? Broken so soon.
Let's go!
Hauling ass!
Time for battle. Die! My turn. I'll chop you to pieces.
We did it! Yes!
Honors!
Might as well take it.
time for battle. Take this! All right, let's get started. I'll chop you to pieces. Time for battle. How's this? Broken so soon.
It's as bad as I thought, huh? Hiya!
Let's do this! Full throttle!
Retreat!
My turn. Die!
Let's freaking go! Full throttle! Knocked it out of the park! My turn! Take that! We did it! Might as well take it. Time to head back. At ease, soldiers. You never know. Well then. Get ready for your 10th day! Wow! Look, in honor of this milestone, I'm giving you access to the rec room and the leisure lounge on the 3rd floor. I'll tell you all about how they work in person. See you there!
New facilities, huh? I doubt the in-person explanation is gonna happen, though. 10 days. It feels like a lot longer, and we're only getting started. Without Saray, there's a chance we could be here even longer. Ugh, I can't think like that. I have to believe I'll get through this and go home. Back to the Tokyo residential complex. Back to Kadia. It'll all work out somehow. Let's go check out those new rooms. Naughty. This is the rec room. Whoever built this place thought of everything. It's one of the most normal places I've seen here. To be honest, it's not hard to imagine a fancy academy having a room like this. Takumi, you're scoping it out too, huh? I thought it'd be a fun place to hang out, but it's a major disappointment. There's no edgelord manga or misery porn anime, or hardcore erojis or anything. I'd be more worried if there was. Are we even going to be able to use some of this equipment now that Saray's not here to tell us how it works? Don't worry, he left behind some manuals. Aito's reading one right now. I'm not so great with all those big words, or even small ones, or phonemic awareness in general, really. And don't even get me started on my poor focus and lack of vocabulary. She's surprisingly thorough in her understanding of her shortcomings. Guts, huh? Not right now. Slot machines. This is supposed to be a school, right? Gift-O-Matic. Aito is scanning the pages of the book. Is that one of the manuals? Seems to be for that device over there. Oh, hey! What exactly is it? It doesn't look like any machine I've ever seen before. It's a Gift-O-Matic. Huh? Let me read you the intro. The Gift-O-Matic is used to manufacture presents, charitable donations, and other doodads. Select an item, insert the materials, and the item that you want comes out. Take advantage of this miracle of modern engineering to express your gratitude and affection towards your comrades and strengthen your esprit de corps. That's about the size of it. Kind of a weird idea, huh? Perhaps, but if it works as advertised, it's pretty impressive. I looked at the list of available items. You can make clothes, shoes, household goods, complex stuff like auto parts, and high-spec electronics. How about gory movies or games that were banned for being too extreme? Yes, actually. Wow, that's extensive. Sounds like magic or alchemy. Maybe. I wonder how it works. And again, the Revival-Matic is just as much of a mystery. Do you think giving gifts would help alleviate some tension around here? I don't know. The differences between the fighters and non-fighters are a little too deep-seated to resolve that easily. You're probably right. What a pity. Gift making has been unlocked. You can access it during the free chat. This device creates all sorts of gifts. This must be the leisure lounge. Looks like a nice place to relax. It even has a pool. I like it. Not you, talking about the room. I figured as much. It's important to take time to rest and recover. Too much work can create a negative impact on your health. That's surprising. I guess even she likes to let her hair down every now and again. Wipe that expression off your face. You can look at me like that all you want. I'm not getting in the pool with you. What kind of expression do you think I had? I prefer to relax on my own. Please understand. That's fine with me. I feel like leisure time with Hirago would just descend into an intensive training session anyway.
Huh?
Alright, I think I looked at all the new rooms. Maybe I'll go back to my room and think about what to do next. A rec room and a leisure lounge. I don't know how much chance we'll have to use them. What other kinds of rooms does this school have that we don't know about yet? And when will we get to see them? I still have some free time. What should I do? The rec room has been unlocked. You may now make gifts. By giving characters their preferred gifts, your student activities will further boost your grades. Give your classmates different kind of presents to find out what they like best. You'll need BP and materials to make these gifts. In addition, you'll need key items. Key items can be obtained from treasure chest spaces and through progressing the story. A lot of good training equipment here. Splatter movies. Wow. Sturdy, thin rope made from hemp, resistant and unlikely to twist, it can be used to hang all sorts of things. Mhm. Dang, I got a lot of stuff in here. Hmm.
How do you know me so well? Have you been stalking me?
Each character has their own preferred items. Gifting these will maximize the increase to your grades. You can check each character's preferred items in their report cards and you'll be given hints as you do student activities. There's a first time bonus for anything you do the first time, so gather up those hints and make all the gifts you can.
How do you know?
Let's see if we can increase our thingy. Your experience unlocks the keyword. Cool. Okay, so our linguistics went up. Keywords can be used to create new gifts. Try out different keywords and see what you come up with.
At ease, soldiers. You never know when the invaders might attack. Well then.
Today went by in a flash. One thing concerns me though. I haven't seen anyone from the non-fighting group all day. I hope they're okay. I doubt Haruka would stop with the cafeteria. She could have forbidden them from using other facilities as well. What's their next move gonna be? Will all this really motivate them to get on the battlefield? There's not much I can do for now. I'll have to see how it goes. With nothing else to do, I got into bed, and within a few moments I was fast asleep. Fast asleep, sleep. What? Ding, 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 ding.
Get prepared. Be ready to give your.
Time to wake up. Uh-oh, someone's ringing on my doorbell. Something doesn't feel right. I took a few hesitant steps toward the door, then took a deep breath and opened it only to find this motherfucker. Garumi? What's wrong? You sweet summer child, you really haven't noticed. I'm exhausted. I can't take it no more. So hey, wanna die with me? Once we're dead, the pain will be gone. We'll finally be at peace. Come on, it'll only hurt for a little bit.
Let's just die. Die, 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 die.
Hold on a minute. Just kidding. You should have seen your face. How was it? I totally had you, didn't I? Thought a nice joke would cheer you up. That's what... That's hardly what I would call a nice joke.
Hey!
What are you doing here? I'm on a mission from our glorious leader. It's time to wake you up, motherfucker. Is Haruko letting him back in? Yeah, to be honest though, it's kind of a drag. Think you could help me out? Misery loves company, right? Didn't Confucius say that? You got a weird way of asking for help, but I guess I can give you a hand. Gracias, muchacho. Now I won't have to go through with my contingency plan. Oh well, as always next time, tell Gaku and Tsubasa what's up, right? Thanks, bye! Well, gotta go get Gaku and Tsubasa. Better get going. I rang the doorbell. After a little while, the door slid. Talk to me. What is it? Hiroku wants us to meet up in the cafeteria. All of us, even the non-fighters. Yesterday she said we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. Has she taken that back? Dang, she's really been cracking the whip. Who knows? Maybe she wants to apologize. She's been pretty harsh lately. Come on, you don't believe that, do you? This is Haruko. Yeah, I know. Just so you know, no matter what she does, I'm not joining the fight. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. It's just not possible for me. Tsubasa slunk off to the cafeteria. Ding dong, motherfucker. Oh, it's you. What do you want? Hiroku says she wants to meet up in the caf. Really? Us too? I know it's nothing good. That girl has it in for me. Not just her either. I bet all of us think that the non-fighters are nothing but dead weight. Not really. You guys are the weird ones. You know that, right? Regular high schoolers just don't go from living normal lives as is to fighting monsters without a second thought. I hear what you mean, but... Fine. Haruko wants us in the cafeteria. I'll go. If I don't, it'll only get worse. Man, oh man, what rotten luck. After several dramatic groans, Gaku shulked off in the direction of the cafeteria. We're the weird ones for fighting. Don't go thinking I don't know that. I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. Alright, I've done what Darumi asked me to. I should head to the caf. Why is Haruka getting us all together? Everyone is here. Let's find out what this meeting is all about. Can we eat something? I'm hungry. Of course. I wouldn't want you to think I'm totally heartless. Here's some disposable chopsticks I found in the trash. Feel free to grill them or have them raw. You are totally heartless. Haruko, give them real food. I can't see this. Very well. Help yourself to bread. One per person. We may have surplus food supplies in the refrigerator, but that doesn't mean they're unlimited. We need to use our resources wisely. Wasting them on freeloaders would be the same as throwing them away. Come on.
That's fair. I've always been useless. Even the air I breathe could probably be used more productively somewhere else.
Let's move on. You're wondering why I summoned you here today. There are veggies and meat inside. Gaku, Tsubasa, Ima, Kako, Shuma, the non-fighters. I've decided you're gonna leave. What? Kicking us out? What a delightful turn of phrase. Yes, I'm kicking you out, and if you won't leave, I'll make you. That's all I have to say, so get going and save us all the trouble. What? Right now? Hiroku, have you lost your mind? Why would you do that to our friends? Why do you think? We've been brought here for one purpose, and one purpose only, to fight. Anyone who can't or won't has no place here, so let's get rid of them. If the invaders get distracted by hunting them down in the ruins outside, at least they'll be serving a purpose. What? Is decoys? Try to stay alive as long as you can. The less time the invaders spend on the school, the better. You can't use us like that. You should be grateful. I'm giving you a chance to make yourself useful. Even then, I doubt it would make much of a difference.
I'll just get stepped on like the cockroach that I am, and that'll be the end of it.
Hiroku, are you for real? You can't go through with this. That's going too far. Don't waste my time with meaningless objections. I'm the leader, and what I say goes. Don't think, don't argue, just obey. But it's so extreme. Can't you be nicer than this? You really don't understand the position you're in, do you? Let me ask you a question. Why should we be expected to fight to protect you when you do nothing in return? Well, you see, no excuses. Pack up your belongings and get out. Seriously? Right now? If such a simple task is beyond you, I don't mind helping you along. I'll make you leave by force if needed. Haruko, this is too sudden. Can't you give them some more time? Time for what? If you spring this on them out of the blue, the lesson won't really sink in, you know. Fine. You got 5 days. You have till day 16 to make your choice. Fight alongside us or leave forever. Just 5 days? If you do decide to fight, I'll give you a little test on that day instead. I wouldn't want you telling me what I want to hear and then going back on it later. What kind of test? You'll find out when the time comes. I think that covers everything. As for the rest of you, remember to stay on guard in case there's an attack. With her customary brisk attitude, Hiroku said all she had to and left without another word. This is mean, yo. We're supposed to be comrades. Friends, yeah, right. You guys want to get rid of us. That's not true. If we all work together, we can probably get her to change her mind. Come on, man. You think she's gonna back out now? We still have to try. Just let it go, okay? If we're getting kicked out, we're getting kicked out. There's nothing we can do about it. Makes no difference if it's now or in 5 days. It's better than being forced to fight. Are you sure about that? I mean, once you get outside school grounds... I know. It's bad enough that we're gonna die out there. I don't need you reminding me. I'm done. This school, this war, saving humanity, it can go to hell. My whole life's just been one long string of rotten luck. Why does bad stuff only ever happen to me? I better end up as a billionaire or something in my next life after everything I've been through. I deserve to catch a break. Still raving to himself, Gaku stomped away, just as unwilling to hear us out as Hiroku had been. He sure is freaking out, huh?
I think I know how he feels. Now that I'm putting Gaku in the same category as a sniveling worm like me. But I get what it's like to be so unsuited for combat. That you can't even imagine having to fight for your own life. Even our peaceful modern-day society was too competitive for me. How am I supposed to cope on the front lines of an actual war?
Don't talk like that. You can't just give up.
It's not giving up. I'm just recognizing my limits. Too useless to live. Too cowardly to die. It's a miracle I made it this far at all. This is just nature's way of correcting an unfortunate oversight.
Shoma gave a formal bow and left. He made as little noise as possible. I get where she's coming from. It's not fair for us to hang back and let you guys do everything. But doing anything else is really out of the question. Seriously, it's just not gonna happen. I think I must have been sent here by mistake. It was only a matter of time before I got kicked out anyway. That's the same as saying you don't care if you die out there. You know that, right? Yeah, but at least then it'll be over. And I won't have to deal with all these confusing feelings. I could see tears welling up in Tsubasa's eyes before I could say anything to comfort her. She too was gone. We sure do have a lot of Debbie Downers here, don't we? Given the circumstances, I guess it's only natural. You used to be one of us, Mr. Outsky. Why'd you have to betray us and join the Battle Freaks? I don't think I betrayed you exactly. What should we do, brother dearest? Don't worry about a thing. I have a foolproof plan. You do? Yeah, but I can't say any more than that. The element of surprise is a big part of it. Fine, keep your secrets, but you still know that there's time to change your mind, right? I don't think so. Even if we get thrown out of here, that hellish wasteland will be a paradise so long as I'm with my dear sister. As such, there's nothing more to talk about. We'll be going back to our room now. Be sure to fight with all your might to protect us from the invaders. The Tsukumo twins left the cafeteria arm in arm, each twin wearing a different expression, like a pair of sock and buskin masks. Damn, ain't a single one of them willing to fight, not even to save their own skin. I don't think Hiroku was bluffing either. If they don't come around, she'll force them to leave. We got 5 days. Isn't there anything we can do? She gave us that extension pretty easily, don't you think? Now that you mention it, Takumi barely had to say anything to get her to go along with it. Maybe she was expecting us to plead on their behalf. This could be part of her plan. I think Haruko wants us to use these 5 days to convince the others to join the fight. That's why she agreed to it after I stepped in. She was planning to give us this time all along. We're just dancing to her tune, huh? Man, that pisses me off. I don't like it either, but if we want to save everyone, it's the only way. How's that gonna work exactly? None of them seem like they were gonna budge on this. Yeah, I wonder why they're so dead set against fighting. I can only imagine it must be for personal reasons. In that case, we'll need to get them to share what they are before we can even get to convince them. But how? Don't they seem like they're willing to spill the beans? You're right. We need to get them to open up first. I have an idea. Why don't we sneak them some food? Yeah, I'm sure they're starving. If we can fill their bellies, there's a chance we can get them to open up a little bit. Tempt them with some bait, huh? Sounds like a plan. At least it's simple. So we gain their trust in food, and then we try to convince them to fight. Sounds like a major hassle. Alright, who do we gotta get to do this? In response, all eyes in the room turned to me. I should have seen this shit coming, yo. Alright, whatever, I'll do it. Sorry, but you heard Ema. They already consider me a traitor. I probably wouldn't get anywhere with them. All this subtlety and planning crap really ain't my thing. And you know Darumi will only make it worse. Yeah, I don't even have to come up with my own excuse. We'll still help you any way we can, though, of course. Not like we got anything better to do. Heck, you'd only reverse our social links with us if you try to do it all yourself at this point. Thanks, guys. 5 days. Let's make the most of it. Up to me to convince them, huh? I'll work something out. I have to keep believing. Believe it! After taking a moment to outline our goals going forward, Aito, Takamaru, Darumi, and I went back to our rooms. Naked. 5 days. Convincing the whole group is probably too much to ask for. I should pick 1 or 2 of them to focus on. Tsubasa, Shoma, Gaku, Haku, and Ema. Those are the 5 I'm trying to persuade. Tsubasa seems like the easiest. If I give her an impassioned plea, she might come around. Alright, I'll try Tsubasa first. Let's head over to her room. I'm sure she's hungry. Let's get her some food. What is it, Takumi? Is that Hiroku again? If you don't mind, I just want to be left alone. I came here of my own accord, and I brought you something. I figured you'd be hungry. Is this sandwich for me? Yeah. I thought we could eat together. It's just that I don't want Haruko to catch us, so would you mind letting me in? Of course. Welcome to my room, you beautiful sandwich. You too, Takumi. What am I, a consolation prize? The moment the door closed, Tsubasa pounced on the sandwich. This is what I've been missing. I've been craving moist bread since we got here. I never want to see dry bread ever again. It makes my mouth feel like sandpaper. She must have been starving. She scarfed down the sandwiches in less than a minute. Thanks, Takumi. You're a lifesaver. Now I don't have to eat dry bread today. Have you been living on dry bread since Haruko banned you? Yeah, that bread is so dry I had a nightmare last night where I was stranded in the desert. Hey, would it be too much to ask you to bring some moist bread from time to time? No prob. I can try to sneak you some, or some rice balls. Really? But in exchange, would you mind opening up to me? About what? The reason why you won't fight. If you have some reason, I'd love for you to tell me. I should have expected this. This is what you were after from the start. The sandwich was a bribe. Sorry, Tsubasa. I know I'm taking advantage of your desperation, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I just want to understand where you're coming from. Fine. What in exchange, I'm gonna want some more bread later. She let out a deep, resigned sigh and began to share her inner thoughts. I feel bad about it. I know it's unfair for me to stay where it's safe while you guys go out and fight, but I really can't fight. It's a constitutional issue. What do you mean? I can't keep it down. When I get nervous, it comes out, and not just a little
Hey!
bit. Puke. I puke, okay? Huh? That's just how I'm built. When I'm nervous, I puke. Come to think of it, Tsubasa is always retching. That's why if I ever fought the invaders, I'd turn the battlefield into a sea of vomit. You really want to get showered by my puke? Will you even be able to fight under those conditions? What if I puke right in your eyeballs? Could you take medicine or something? It's a constitutional issue because Messidin doesn't work. I tried all sorts of stuff when I was little, but none of it worked. When I get worked up, it just comes out, even now, just picturing myself fighting the invaders. Tsubasa vomited everywhere. She pushed me out of her room and started crying. That sucks. There's a chance she'll fight if we can overcome this issue. But it didn't seem like she was unwilling to fight. If only I can find a way to suppress her nausea. How, though? Puking is... Puking? Aito, how long have you been there? I just came by to see if I could help with anything. So, what's this thing about puking? I hate to air out someone's personal health struggles, but this doesn't seem like something I can solve on my own. Maybe I could ask him for advice. Well, keep this between us, but I proceeded to tell Aito about Tsubasa's proclivity for puking. I see, so that's what she's dealing with. Sounds tough. I want to help her, but I don't know how. She hasn't found a successful remedy on her own, right? In that case, maybe we should assume she's going to vomit and plan around that instead. What do you mean? Like, have her bring a high-quality sick bag or something? Like the bags they have on buses? I suppose if she used the bag when she had to, she wouldn't have to worry about getting puke everywhere. Do they even have something like that? What about using the Gift-O-Matic? Yeah, if they don't have him here, we just need to make him. Seems like we're able to make most things. It's worth looking into. We head over to the rec room together to check out the Gift-O-Matic. Naked. Fashionable sick pouch. It's an Oda and liquid-proof cloth bag. It can be washed for max cleanliness. That looks perfect. Tsubasa will open up if we give her this. The materials we need are string, plastic, and a fashionable pouch. Maybe I can negotiate with one of the girls for something like that. Aito and I split up to gather the materials that we need. Where to start? Guess I'll just ask everybody. Preparing for persuasion missions. Give Tsubasa a heartfelt gift to persuade her. Talk to the other characters to gather info about what you should get. You might also need to go exploring to get the materials that you need to make the gift. Give everything you have to persuade Tsubasa. A fashionable pouch? I don't have nothing like that. We don't carry bags or wallets. We'd be targeted by robbers. What kind of horrible struggles did these two go through? You can have my string. I recommend you tie your valuables to your thigh. Thanks, I'll do that. I didn't find a pouch, but I did get some string. Are you getting anywhere with them? Still working on it. I have a feeling she'll choose to fight with us. Bike lovers ain't no cowards. She also likes bikes? I mean, all vehicles, really. She's a huge mech geek. She knows her shit. Never talked to a girl that knew more about that than me. Apparently, her grandpa runs a workshop. She hung out there every day, and she learned how to be a mechanic. I vaguely recall her saying something like that.
I wonder if the workshop's still standing after all that.
Workshop?
Oh, it's just a little garage I run with my grandpa. We mostly just tune up cars, but we do other stuff too. I've always liked tinkering with machines, so I've been watching my grandpa work ever since I was little.
Workshop, huh? I should file that information away. It might help me convince her. Takemaru, you know where I can find a pouch? Well, I guess he didn't know.
Huh?
Do you have a fashionable pouch? I don't use those. I just dump my makeup in my bag. I even throw my mirror in there, raw dog, so I always end up cutting my finger on the cracked surface. Right. Be careful. I mean, I might not have one, but I have ideas where you can get one. Really? Back around where we found Aito, I found a dilapidated cosmetic shop. I memorized where it was so I could pick something up there later. Can you tell me where it is? I got the general idea from Darumi. If I can't find it there, I'll go check this place out later. I found a plastic bag. Nice one. One item found. Let's keep this up. Where do we go next? You seem pretty upbeat. I don't know, I'm just having fun. It feels like a treasure hunt. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, so I never got to hang out with friends like this. We're not exactly playing around here, but whatever, he did find something. We came up short on the fashionable pouch. Yeah, but I have a lead on where we can find one. We'll go check it out tomorrow. Ready to go?
did it! Yes! This looks quite rare. We did it! Yes! I'll take this with me. What? We did it! Yes! Aha!
Yes, looks like we made a fashionable sick pouch. We did it. I'm sure when we give this to Tsubasa, she'll feel relieved. Yeah, it'll eliminate her issue with fighting. Just because we eliminate her reason doesn't mean she'll join us. If it comes to it, you'll have to remind her of her reason for fighting. What's that? The important people we left behind at the TRC. I'm sure if you remind her of that, she'll get on board.
Ah.
I guess there's no point in being negative. I'll go swing by her place then. Takumi, why'd you come back? I'm sorry, but could you give up trying to get me to fight? You saw it for yourself. Having a pukey girl is only going to cause everyone trouble. You're giving that to me? It's so cute. Wait, are you trying to bribe me? You don't need to be so alarmed. I just wanted to talk to you. Why are you so adamant about not fighting? Say the right things to Tsubasa as she shares her worries and convince her to fight. You can choose what to say by pressing the L button twice. The number of options may increase as the conversation progresses. If you choose the right options, the persuasion rate will increase. Bring the gauge to 100% to successfully persuade her. If you fail, just try again.
Huh? It's because it comes out when I get nervous. I start puking like a fountain in a fancy park. I know I'm going to puke if I ever fight against those invaders, and it's gonna get everywhere. I mean, I don't mind if I puke on myself, but I know you guys would get caught in the crossfire. Puke flies farther than you think. Plus, it smells and it's slippery.
Just use that sick bag.
Huh?
It's a fashionable sick bag. I know it looks like a regular accessory. I wouldn't even be embarrassed to carry this around.
Ah, you don't need to be afraid anymore. Ah.
But
Ah.
you want to know my nickname in grade school? It was Pukette. All the bullies in my class made fun of me for my puking. Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? Like, how someone who I thought was a friend would one day start calling me Pukette. Or how the boys would loudly exclaim how the class smelled like puke. It was hard each time I lost a friend, and it made me sad. I'd cry in secret and puke some more. That's why I decided before I went to middle school to avoid any situation that made me nervous, to live an easy life free of any puke. That's why I can't fight. Because if I fought, I would definitely puke. I think that if I puked in front of everyone here, the same thing would happen again. They would be repulsed and...
I'll puke with you. They're gonna have to make fun of me too. No, I'm being serious. Oh. Huh? Huh?
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check. All I can think about is not letting anything make me puke. But I can finally be myself when I'm tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop. Machines are really fascinating and let me forget about the world. I'd get covered in oil every day, helping my grandpa with his work. Of course, I failed a lot too, but Grandpa would always cheer me up with his belly laughs. Fail as much as you want, Tsubasa. Star players make mistakes, but they make the big plays too. No matter how much I messed up, he'd never kick me out.
Your grandpa's really nice.
Yeah, my grandpa's the nicest grandpa in the world. He's a royal grease monkey who always protects his granddaughter. My dream is to one day take over his workshop. I want to protect the place that's protected me all of my life. I just want to work on machines in my grandpa's workshop forever. Because of the way I am, machines are of course I failed a lot. Fail as much as you want, Tsubasa. Because of the way I am, machines are of course I failed a lot. Fair, stuck no matter how much, even when his granddaughter would.
Your grandpa.
Yeah, my dream. I just want to work on machines in my grandpa's workshop forever.
You know, his workshop might get destroyed. Ah. 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 If you want to protect your grandpa's workshop, then there's only one thing for you to do. Find the courage to fight the invaders.
But can a coward like me do that?
Don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. We'll protect what's important to you together. So just protect us in return. Come with us. And protect what matters most to us together.
Of course you can. You don't have to do it alone. We can make it through together. I'm not making any promises, and I'm gonna need a little more time, but I won't run from the truth or write myself off anymore. I'll think about what I really want and what I need to make it happen. Is that okay? Sounds great. Thanks, Takumi. There are 4 people left to convince: Ima, Kako, Shoma, and Gaku. Of the 4, Gaku seems the most likely to hear me out. He doesn't seem like a bad guy, maybe a little outlandish and noisy, but I'm sure I can get him on board. Alright, I'll talk to him next. There's no time to waste. I grabbed the sandwich offering and headed over to Gaku's room. Why won't I fight? I'm scared. I mean, how are they not scary? What the hell are those things anyway? They're straight from a manga. There's no way I can face them. I'd get kicked out of school rather than fight them. If you get kicked out, you're guaranteed to die. Isn't it better to fight and live longer? I'm telling you, I can't. I'm scared. How can all of you be fine fighting these monsters? You're the ones who are crazy, not me. You must have a couple screws loose. It's not like we want to fight, but we have no other choice if we want to protect what matters to us most. If we don't defend the school, everyone in the Tokyo residential complex is in danger. Don't you have people that you care about? People you care about? Nope. So what about your family? I'm an orphan. I was abandoned as a baby boy. I worked and survived at the poor group home that took me in. I found myself falling silent. I had no idea that Gaku had such a past. Whatever, I don't really care. Being an orphan isn't all that bad, because all I gotta do is look out for myself. I don't give a crap about the TRC. Are you sure? If it goes down, everyone dies. You might not have any family, but surely there's some people that you don't want to see die. I told you, I struggle enough looking after just me. It's been like this my whole life. We're done here. Leave me alone. Just hear me out. I told you, I won't fight. If you want me to risk my life so much, then bring me money. Money's the only thing I'll risk my life for. A big fat stack of bills, then we'll talk. Judge me all you want. I don't care what people say. This is how I live my life. If you're not gonna pay me, then get the heck out of here. Gaku pushed me right out of his room. Well, that didn't work. Seems like the only way he'll hear me out is by bringing money. Nobody has any money here. We were brought here with just the clothes on our backs. If I can't pay him, maybe I can give him some kind of gift. I'll have to bribe him with something else. In any case, I need him to open up to me. Let me try making a gift for Gaku using the gift nomadic in the Rec Room. But what'll get him to open up? What's something he wants? Something worth money. I'll have to ask the others to see if they have any ideas. Alrighty, anyways, this looks like a good place to stop. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.